Good morning, wrestling fans. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday Fun Day. Hope you all have a good Sunday morning. Well, WWE Backlash PLE is in the books. And from my point of view, I thought it was a pretty exciting show. It kicked off with the fatal four-way match between Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Dave Priest for the United States Championship. I thought this match was a pretty exciting match. I thought all four men involved in this match put on a very good performance. I enjoyed it. Even the match even spilled over out in the crowd because Drew McIntyre and Dave Priest were fighting amongst the crowd. So I thought this was a very exciting match to kick off Backlash. Of course, we had some interference between Saul Sikoa and also this new wrestler who just signed with WWE recently, Jeff Cobb, made his anticipated debut last night, Backlash. He interfered in the match. So all in all, Jacob Fatu defeats Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Dave Priest and retain the United States Championship. Not a surprise. I said during my live stream the other night that most likely we're going to see Jacob Fatu win the fatal four-way match and retain the United States Championship because he just won it. I doubt that WWE wants to take that belt off him right now. So I'm not surprised that he won and retained the United States Championship. But all in all, I think it was a very exciting match. I enjoyed it. It was a great way to start off the PLE. The second match of the night was the women's Intercontinental Championship match between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. This was a very exciting match. Both women put out a very good performance in the ring. I'm very impressed of Lyra's performance in the ring. I think she did a very good job. And of course, Becky Lynch put on a very good performance as usual. But I thought both women put on a very good performance in the ring. I enjoyed it. Lyra Valkyria does defeat Becky Lynch and retain the women's Intercontinental Championship. Not surprised. I kind of figured they wanted Lyra to win and retain the women's Intercontinental Championship because, to be frank, quite frankly, Becky Lynch doesn't need this win. She doesn't need the women's Intercontinental Championship. So, in other words, this is a bigger win for Lyra than it was for Becky Lynch. So I think Becky Lynch definitely pulled Lyra over. After the match, of course, Becky Lynch wasn't happy about it and she started beating the crap out of Lyra and then locks in her arms in submission. But no, I thought it was a very exciting match. I enjoyed it, like I said. It was a good match. I have no problems with it. The third match was the men's Intercontinental Championship, and that was Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. This was an exciting match as well, for the most part. Of course, we had some interference by Judgment Day, but also El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, interfered in the match and basically cost Penta to win. So, but all in all, I thought it was an exciting match between Dominic Mysterio and Penta. I'm very impressed with Dominic Mysterio. He has came a long way since joined WWE. I mean, he's been in the company about 5 years now. I'm very impressed with his performance. He has come a long way since joined WWE. I'm very impressed with Penta as well. He's very talented in the ring. So all in all, I think it was a very good match, despite the interference between the Judgment Day and El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable. Now, where does Dominic Mysterio and Penta go from here? My theory is, I got a feeling we're gonna have some kind of feud going between Penta versus El Grande Americano / Chad Gable, because we all know that's Chad Gable disguised as an American El Grande Americano. So probably got a feud between those two. I do believe that at some point you're going to see Finn Balor turn on Dominic Mysterio, and there'll be a feud between those two. When it will happen, I don't know. Can't give you an answer about that, but I do see that eventually happening, where Finn Balor turn heel and turn on Dominic Mysterio. So that's what I see where Penta and Dominic Mysterio are going. The fourth match was the match between Pat McAfee and Gunther. Now this was an interesting but wild match. I mean, basically Gunther dominated the match for the most part, but there were times there where Pat McAfee did start to fight back in spurts, and we even had some interference from Michael Cole because he got involved in the match. He was coming out from the commentary's table and went over towards the ring. And at one point, you see Gunther grabbing Michael Cole into the ring, and it was about to, I guess, choke slam or something. But thank God, Pat McAfee came from behind him and attacked Gunther, and Michael Cole was able to get out of the ring. But I thought this was a wild match between these two. I mean, Gunther basically dominated the match for the most part, but there were spurts during the match where Pat McAfee did fall back. But in the end, as I predicted during my live stream that night, Gunther won the match against Pat McAfee. I liked at the end of the match where you see the two come face to face and show respect to each other, and they shook hands. That took guts. That's very class move by both Gunther and Pat McAfee. The way they show respect and shake each other's hand. So, all in all, that match was wild. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good match. The main event, Randy Orton versus John Cena for the Undisputed Championship. The Undisputed WWE Championship. This match, it was an awesome match. It was an instant classic, as I predicted. The only bad part about the match that it had like a slow pace to it. towards the very beginning. But I think once the pace picked up during the match, it got better. And it turned out to be an incredible match. Both John Cena and Randy Orton put on one hell of a match in the ring. I'm very impressed with both their performances in the ring. We even had R-Truth come out to the ring. Of course, he got RKO'd by Randy Orton, and both referees got knocked out. Now, after the second referee got knocked out because John Cena hit the second referee, by mistake, because he meant to hit John Cena with it, but he actually hit the second referee that came out. After that, you see Nick Aldis and all the officials come out and check on the second referee that came out, because the first referee was knocked out. So Nick Aldis called off the match, tries to stop the match. Of course, Randy Orton wasn't happy about that, so he RKO'd Nick Aldis and all the officials. And then, of course, John Cena was able to pick up the win, and was able to pick up the win over Randy Orton and retain the undisputed WWE Championship. So, not surprised that John Cena won tonight and retained the WWE Championship, because I figure he's gonna have that belt to at least SummerSlam, maybe a bit beyond that point. I mean, I do see him losing it at some point this year, whether it's at SummerSlam, whether it's toward the end of the year, but I just didn't see him losing the belt this soon, especially he just won it. WrestleMania. Now, where does John Cena go after this win? Now, he's got selected dates left. I don't know how many left. Now, we know it's going to be at SummerSlam, because he says it's going to be, because it's his last SummerSlam event. Now, I'm not sure if it'll be at Money in the Bank, and I'm not sure he'll be at Night Champions, which I'll get to in about a minute. But, so, I'm not sure where John Cena goes from here, who he's going to face next. But I do see him losing the belt at some point. Whether it's at SummerSlam in August or towards the end of the year, as he's winding down his farewell tour. So, all in all, I thought tonight's Backlash PLE was pretty exciting. I enjoyed it. I had no problems with it. A couple of announcements to make. WWE announced that at Saturday's main event, which is, I believe it's the 24th, if I'm correct, 24th of May. We're going to have Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's going to take place at Saturday's main event, which I believe it's May 24th. So one match has been set for Saturday's main event. Also, on June 28th, in Saudi Arabia, I believe it's going to be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's going to be Night Champions. So I guess that's going to be their Saudi show for at least this year, because that's the only Saudi show they're doing this year, because they're doing next year's Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. So Night Champions on June 28th. It's going to be the only Saudi show. So should be exciting. Night Champions. I'm curious what matches they're going to take place there, but to be exciting. Also, some stuff was announced for this coming Monday's Raw. We're gonna have AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. We're gonna have War Raiders versus the American Made, which is the Creed brothers. We're gonna have Stephanie Foucault and Io Sky versus Julia and Roxanne Perez. That's a big exciting match. CM Punk will also be appearing on Monday on Raw. So that's just some stuff that's planned from Raw Monday night. So looks like we're looking for an exciting Raw for this coming Monday after Backlash. Looking forward to watching Raw on Monday. Like I said, this is what has been announced for Raw as of right now. Whether they'll add stuff to it on Monday, I don't know. But this was announced during the Backlash of what's going to be on Raw on Monday. So all in all, I enjoyed the pay-per-view as I enjoyed the PLE, as I said before. Before I end this video, please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my channel with subscribers. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. For those who are mothers, please enjoy your Mother's Day today. The weather is supposed to be beautiful, especially here in New York. So mothers who live in the New York area, you have a beautiful weather day to celebrate Mother's Day. For everyone else, have a great Sunday, and I'll see you next time.